In this tutorial, I'll be giving you a basic overview of the Divi Builder countdown module. The countdown module basically creates a countdown to a date in the future that you specify. This is great if you're planning to launch a product and you want people to know exactly when it's going to be released. I also like to use it if my website is up and coming and it's under construction, but I plan to launch on a specific day. Well, you can use that countdown timer to show your visitors that you're working on your site and it's launching soon, and kind of create some hype before the actual launch of the product, which is always good. And so here's an example of the countdown module in action. You can create a custom background color, and it'll look great in any column size. So just a few examples here. So let's jump into the settings, and I'll show you how to use the module. And in this example, I'm going to be creating that coming soon page. So let's say that I have a website that's launching in a month. Well, I can create kind of a splash page for that site and let people know that it's on the way. So here's my new page, and the first thing I'm going to do is insert some columns. I'm going to choose just a single column here so that my countdown module expands the full width of the content area. And I'm going to click the Insert Modules button and look for that countdown timer module, which is right here. And once you click that, you're going to be greeted with the countdown timer module settings. And as with all Divi Builder modules, these settings are broken up into 3 tabs: General Settings, Advanced Design Settings, and Custom CSS. As a general philosophy, everything you need to do a really great page, everything you need to create a very great page is all found in the General Settings tab. So you really don't need to venture outside of the General Settings unless you really want to get more advanced with your customization of the design. And so if you jump over to the Advanced Design Settings tab here, you're going to see all kinds of great controls that allow you to customize every single part of the module: colors, font sizes, fonts, font weights, all that great stuff. And if you know CSS, you can jump into the Custom CSS tab and just use CSS instead to customize individual parts of the module. Now, I have some great tutorials that touch on these 2 tabs, so be sure to check those out. But in this tutorial, I'm just going to focus on the general settings. So starting with our first setting here, the countdown timer title, this appears above the countdown numbers. So you can say, let's say, coming soon. And next, you want to choose the actual date to count down to. So today is September 30th, 2015. And let's say my website is launching in one month. Well, I can skip ahead to October here, to October 30th, and choose that as my launch date. And so the countdown timer will count down from the current time that the visitor is looking at the module to this date that I specified. Next up is the text color. So if you have a dark background color, you're going to want to choose light text. And if you have a light background color, you're going to want to choose dark text. That dark text is readable. Next, you can choose to use a custom background color or not. In this case, I'm going to choose not to use a custom background color because I'm actually going to let my countdown timer sit on top of the background color of my section. So I'm going to turn that off and just let the background color of the section shine through. Next, we have our admin label, CSS ID, and CSS class, which we don't need to touch on in this tutorial. So I'm going to save and exit. And like I said, I'm going to give my section a custom background color. So I'm going to change it to purple. And if at any time you want to preview your current section or module, you can click that preview icon. So that'll give you a look at what you've created so far. So here's my countdown timer module. And as you can see, I failed to choose the right text color. I should have chosen light text since my background color is dark. So I'm going to go change that right now. But so let's save and exit and open up this countdown timer. And so that's what I was referring to here when I talked about text color. Since I have since I just changed it to that dark background color, I'm going to now want to switch this to light. And if I preview that, you can see that I have white text now, which looks great on my purple background. And in this preview tab, you can bounce through different responsive design testing tabs to see how that module looks at different screen sizes and different devices. And once you're happy with it, you can save and exit. And I'm going to update the page, and we'll take a look at what we have on the front end. So here we have it. It says coming soon. We have a countdown to the day that the website is launching. And, below that, you might want to add, an opt-in module maybe, so people can subscribe to your mailing list, so you can tell them when the actual website launches. This is really just a great way to kind of create hype, let people know that you're building something, so that when you do launch it, you already have an audience. So that's a basic overview of the countdown timer module. And like I said, you can also do a lot in this advanced design settings tab as well. So if you jump into the advanced design settings, you can customize absolutely everything. For example, maybe I want to make that header font a little bit bigger and change the font to something else. Maybe make it bold in all caps. And if I preview that, you can see that the title has gotten a lot bigger. The font has changed. It's in all caps and bold. And so you can play with those advanced design settings and really just customize everything about the module. So that's a basic overview of the countdown timer module.